She wrote a children's book about grief. The problem? She was the one doing the grieving because she'd killed her husband.
So what happened today?
He was just fine. We were fine. We had a drink together at 9 to celebrate something at work tomorrow.
This is the story of Kouri Richins, a Utah mother, a best-selling author, and the woman who gave her husband a cocktail laced with enough fentanyl to kill him 5 times over. Welcome to Placebic Thoughts. I am your host, Sopons J, the biggest plebe of them all. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning viewer to the channel, thanks for sticking with me and coming back for another episode. Throughout this episode, you might hear Lil J chime in and give you some advice on what to do. And
hit the Y button, hit the Y.
I suggest that you listen to him and you hit that like and subscribe button. And if you feel like it, leave a comment. Tell me that you love it, you hate to love it, you love to hate it. All the good things. Let me know what you think. And if you don't like it, hit the subscribe button so that you can get a notification when I come out with another video, so you can tell me how much you hate that one too. I hope everyone's doing good out there. I hope your day, your evening, your month, your week, I hope that it's all going good. So come with me as we dive into the mind of a mad woman and we find out, what the was Kouri thinking? Let's get to the story. Kouri Richins. The Poison and the Picture Book. On the surface, Kouri and Eric had it all. They lived in Commerce, Utah, a wealthy little enclave in Summit County, about 40 miles southeast of Salt Lake City. Eric was successful in business, running a lucrative masonry company. They had 3 young sons. They had money, a nice home, the kind of life that looks good on Instagram. Social media success, you know? All the good, none of the bad. Typical. But underneath, it was rotting. A pestilence was brewing. And her name was Kouri Richins. By early 2022, Eric and Kouri's marriage was falling apart. Eric didn't know it yet, but his wife was having a years-long affair. She felt trapped. Their business was drowning in debt. Kouri's real estate venture was struggling, and she was desperate to escape. And most importantly, Eric was standing in between her and millions in life insurance. See, Kouri had taken out substantial policies on her husband. Multiple policies. One of those policies was particularly interesting. A $100,000 policy that Kouri had signed Eric's name to, forged, without his knowledge. She knew exactly how much she would get if Eric died. She just needed him to actually die. In early February 2022, Kouri made her first move. She connected with a house cleaner named Carmen Lauber. Nothing unusual, except Carmen wasn't just cleaning houses. She was also selling pills. Illegal pills, narcotics, M30s, fet perks if you will. And Kouri Richins was buying. On February 11th through 12th, Carmen delivered what she believed to be fentanyl pills to Kouri. Cell phone records later show Kouri was at the locations where she picked up these pills. Prosecutors believe Kouri was planning to test her method to see if she could actually do it. February 14th, 2022, Valentine's Day of all days. Kouri called a local diner that morning and picked up what Eric loved most, his favorite sandwich. She left it at home with a note, a sweet, innocent note, like any loving wife would do on Valentine's Day. Except this sandwich was laced with fentanyl. Eric came home. He ate the sandwich. Within minutes, his body starts shutting down. He broke out in hives. His breathing became difficult. He knew something was wrong. He used his son's EpiPen, his own child's emergency device, just to stay alive. Later that afternoon, Eric called two of his closest friends, and he told them something they would never forget. "You almost lost me," he said. He told them about the sandwich, and how he broke out in hives, about how he thought he was going to die. One friend could hear the fear in Eric's voice. One friend said that he could tell Eric was terrified. And then Eric said something chilling. "I think my wife tried to poison me." But no one believed him. No one took him seriously. His wife was a respectable woman, a real estate agent, a mother. Why would she try to kill him?
I mean, these lines are basic. I mean, the people are dying. What does he take? What medicine does he take? Can you find it and tell us?
Okay. Yeah.
And from downtime to the supposed he got here, he's had 2 Eppies in Narcan. 2 Eppies in Narcan. Blood sugar is 458.
What's your first name? What's your first name? Yeah, let's let them do their work in there. So what happened today? When you say we were fine, what time did you see him when he was alert?
We had a drink together at 9 to celebrate something at work tomorrow.
Okay.
We went to bed. I went to bed with my kids. He went to bed in our bed.
What time did you guys go to bed?
9:30.
9:30. Okay.
9:45.
And then what alerted you to him today? Right now?
You know, when I just woke up, when I sleep with my kids, I always wake up and I go back to my own bed.
Mm-hmm.
I just crawled over on his side.
And he was laying in bed.
He was on his back on the bed, and I just.
Okay. And he was on. You said he was on his back. Okay. Where are your children now?
Went to sleep in that room. 2 are awake with their ear to the door. I go, let me come out, please. Don't come out.
Where are the other 2 at? They're awake.
No, my bedroom.
And where's that at?
He was there first when you left.
Okay. Is there any family members we could call right now?
Yeah, I need to go to my mom. I need to go to my mom so bad.
Okay.
I think I don't know. They have one still on the phone. I don't know.
Here. Okay.
I call my mom.
Yep. I'll give you a phone right now. Okay.
I need to call his dad. He's gonna be okay, right? Like I got in bed and then I just got.
Yeah, they're doing their best. Okay, ma'am. Here, you can use my phone.
Mom.
Yes?
Go to my house. Go to my house.
What's going on?
I don't know. Something's wrong with Eric. The police came up. Girls are here. I don't know what's happening. He wasn't breathing. I don't know.
Who?
Eric.
Where's he at? Oh, my way.
I think my partner found your phone. Is this it right here? Does he have any medical conditions or anything like that?
He has Lyme's disease.
Lyme's disease? So no heart problems or anything like that?
No, I mean, he just said his chest was hurting when he went to bed, but that's, I mean, not. If he doesn't drink enough water, you know, when he gets on the bike downstairs, I don't know, it didn't. And then he just said he was really tired because he got his allergy shots yesterday morning.
Okay.
With my son, like, they told me to bed.
And then when did you discover him? What time?
I got home, I got my phone. It was maybe 3.
About 3.
Maybe 15.
Did you immediately call the 911?
Yeah, well, I mean, I got up, and, well, as soon as I turned over and he was cold,
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like something was wrong. So, I mean, I just put the blanket on it because I just thought it was cold. So I just, and then I sat there for a minute, and I just didn't feel like his, like, breathing or anything, and so I oh my God.
Okay.
Alright, and he just felt so heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Any COVID or anything like that?
we all just got over COVID.
Okay.
We all
And,
positive
and when was that?
a couple weeks ago.
Okay, so not recently.
Well, he just like had a negative test, so I was the last positive, and then he had it. So his last negative test was a week ago.
Okay. Hey, ma'am, what's your name? I'm sorry, what was that?
It's Kouri.
With a C?
Kouri. We gummies. Sometimes I go for the gummies before he goes to bed. Like, you didn't seem like you did though.
It's like a gummy, as in like a THC gummy? Okay. And who's his primary care physician?
Her lovely person.
Who?
Her lovely.
How do you spell it? How's it?
P-L-E-Y.
Lepley? When was he last seen?
Just a physical. Like, at 65.
When was that?
6 months, maybe. Oh my god. Oh my god. You're just fine. You're fine.
His dad.
I don't understand what happened.
Kids are in that door over there. There's 2 kids that are awake. They're in that door. Yes, you go to the left. Yeah, I think the left master bedroom. Or the master bedroom. So basically, she said, went to bed at 9:30. She slept with the kids because then she goes to bed. She was in bed. And around 3 o'clock, moved into her bed. He was cold and heavy. He has Lyme disease. He got an allergy shot yesterday. He might have taken a gummy, THC gummy, last night. So, other than that, just Lyme disease. It's probably heavy bakers in here.
EMTs on the scene talked about what could have caused Eric's death.
You get an aneurysm or something with all the blood. There's a lot of blood for some unknown reason.
Were you first on thing?
We were second, but also a fire guy was here before us.
And there was blood before we...
A little bit coming out as soon as we started doing compressions with the Lucas is when the blood came out. So.
Okay.
I don't know.
No pulse or anything?
No, he was cold. I think he was not a long time, but he did have a minute. He was asexually that time. So.
Okay. All right.
The officer then asked Kouri about Eric's condition when she found him.
And then when you discovered him, was he on the bed? Yes.
He was laying on his side like normal.
Okay.
I just thought he was cold. It was cold in there, so I put the blanket on him.
Yeah.
But his body just felt like heavy, and
And which way was he facing? Was he facing towards...
no, he was just up, just facing up.
Oh, so he's laying on his back?
Facing on his
Okay.
back.
And then did you pull him to the ground?
Yeah, that's what the lady on the phone told me to do,
Okay.
was to take the sheet and pull the sheet
Okay.
to the ground so I could do CPR.
Okay. What's his highest level of education?
It's a bachelor's degree.
Okay.
His mass is active. He didn't just die in his sleep. This is insane.
Any mental health conditions? No. Okay.
No.
How about any suicidal
No,
history? No.
Never.
Okay.
No.
Has he been seen by a doctor in the last 30 days?
No.
Okay. Has any prescriptions in the last 30 days? No. Has he had a history of falling or anything? No. Any history of prescription abuse? No.
I mean, when he was in high school and stuff, yeah.
Okay.
He knows, I think.
What did you react to his shots yesterday?
He just said he didn't feel good from them. Like,
He didn't look good last night.
he looked pale last night. And I asked if you were okay. And he said, yeah. But he was saying his chest was hurting. But
Does he have any history of illicit drug use or anything in the past year?
no, never.
Well, I'll explain to you what the process is right now. Because he was in good health and his age and everything like that. Okay, our medical examiner is going to come and do their investigation real quick, and then also our detective, just to make sure that everything's documented, correctly. And then from there, they'll explain to you what's going to happen. Most likely, what I'm thinking, because he has no serious health problems or anything like that. His age, most likely they're going to take his body to the
Oh my God.
medical examiner's office just to make sure that there wasn't anything else.
Okay.
All right. You have any questions for me right now?
No. He had allergy shots yesterday.
Yeah, and that's what she was saying.
Last night, when I was here.
What kind of allergy shots?
He gets weekly shots.
Him and his boy get weekly shots.
So they're both just feeling good.
Like seasonal allergies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Minutes later, Eric Richins' sister, Katie, arrives.
What happened? What happened?
We don't know. We went to bed.
Okay, please, here, he's gonna go. Where are my boys?
None of the kids are in there.
This is worse, my brother. Don't.
Kouri, is there a way we could relocate your boys upstairs?
Yeah.
Because there's going to be a lot of traffic.
Yeah, I'll tell her now. What? Okay, come on. Come on. See you. Mom. Mom, say I'll do this. Come on, sweetheart. Come on.
I can explain to her if you want to go.
I miss everything. I miss Chris Will, everything. I miss Perfect Attorney. I miss everything.
We don't have
Go
to
upstairs.
break seconds
Go
right now.
upstairs with the boys. Go upstairs with the boys. I'm sorry. This is
No, it's all natural, okay? Just take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
Okay. I gotta breathe. Oh my God, I gotta breathe. I just talked to him like a couple hours ago. You just woke up and he wasn't breathing?
I went to bed. I went back to bed because I have nightmares. So I went back in our room about 3. And I just turned over to cuddle him, and his body was just so cold.
Gone a while.
So the only information I know from what the medical staff that was here is he was cold to the touch, okay? And it seemed like he was down for a while.
If we
So-
went to bed, he was fine at 9:30. I mean, that's when I went to the bedroom with Ashton. I mean, so unless he went, like, I didn't hear anything. I didn't even yell. He didn't say anything was wrong. And nothing happened. Like, nothing happened. Oh my God, this is not real. Nothing happened. Like, I didn't hear anything. I'm right across the room. Like, if he was in pain, why didn't he yell?
It sounds like he wasn't.
I know, but I'm such a light sleeper. I could have heard anything. I just could have heard anything. And he just said, Kouri, like,
Eric survived the Valentine's Day attempt. And instead of going to the police, instead of leaving his wife, he just tried to move forward. He tried to make it work. That was his mistake. 17 days later, Kouri decides to finish what she started. But this time, she wasn't taking any chances. This time, she used enough fentanyl to guarantee it would work. Eric was not a drug user. This is important. According to prosecutors and trial testimony, Eric was known to occasionally use THC gummies for pain relief. But that was the extent of it. He wasn't an addict. He wasn't a partier. He was a working man, a businessman, and a father. The medical examiner did not detect THC in Eric Richins' system, and prosecutors said the gummies in his home did not test positive for fentanyl. The defense would later try to paint Eric as drug dependent, suggesting he somehow overdosed on his own. But the evidence didn't support that. The evidence told a different story, and that story was about to get much darker. March 4th, 2022, a Friday evening. Eric Richins came home from work. He'd had a good day. Kouri was celebrating something, a business deal, some accomplishment. She wanted to mark the occasion, so she made him a drink. A cocktail, simple, innocent, except it wasn't. Kouri had laced that drink with fentanyl, and not just a small amount this time. An autopsy determined that he had died from fentanyl intoxication, and the level of fentanyl in his blood was approximately 5 times the lethal dose. This wasn't an accident. This wasn't a miscalculation. This was murder. Eric collapsed. His family rushed him to the hospital, but by then it was too late. The damage was catastrophic. His body was shutting down. His organs were failing. And on March 4th, 2022, just 17 days after Valentine's Day, Eric Richins died. The official cause of death? Accidental drug overdose. An assumption that makes sense when you're not looking too hard. An assumption that lets the easiest explanation win. But the evidence was there. All along, the evidence was there. Kouri Richins had just become a widow, and she had just collected her insurance money. Or at least she thought she would. Here's where the story takes a turn almost too dark to be real. About 11 months after Eric's death, on March 5th, 2023, exactly 1 year after she attempted to poison him with that sandwich, Kouri Richins did something that would eventually blow this entire case wide open. She published a children's book, Are You With Me? It's a heartwarming book that gently guides children through the difficult experience of losing a loved one. With vivid and colorful illustrations, the book follows the story of a child who has lost their father, but who is reminded that his presence still exists all around them, just like an angel watching over them. Sweet, huh? Good old Kouri. And here's the thing. The book got published. It got attention. It got promoted on local Utah talk shows. It got good reviews in some places. People bought it. Parents read it to their kids, not knowing that the woman who wrote it had murdered the father they were reading about. It's not just a crime. It's psychological warfare. It's pure sociopathy. It's the kind of thing that only works if you genuinely believe that you're smarter than everyone else. If you genuinely believe you're untouchable. And that's when everything started to unravel. Because one person who cared about Eric Richins started asking questions. And once those questions started, they didn't stop. Eric's family didn't believe the accidental overdose ruling. Something about it didn't sit right. So they did what most people don't do. They fought back. They hired a private investigator. They pushed the authorities. They demanded answers. And slowly, very slowly, the pieces started coming together. What investigators found was damning. The motive. Kouri had taken out substantial life insurance policies on Eric. Multiple policies. Millions of dollars worth. She had forged his signature on at least one of them. She had financial motive. Plenty of it. Kouri had been having a years-long affair. She felt trapped in her marriage. More motive. Kouri's real estate business was failing. She was desperate for money. More motive. She had the means. Kouri had been in contact with Carmen Lauber, a house cleaner who was also selling illicit fentanyl pills. Cell phone records placed Kouri at the pickup locations multiple times. And crucially, the timing matched. She had the opportunity. Kouri had access to Eric. She lived with him. She controlled the household. If she wanted to poison him, she'd have every opportunity. And here's where it gets forensically damning. Her phone's internet search history included queries such as, "What is a lethal dose of fentanyl?" and "Luxury prisons for the wealthy in the United States." Luxury prisons. Really? It's an oxymoron, ain't it? She was literally researching how to kill her husband. And after she did it, she was researching where she might end up. By late 2023, investigators had had enough. They arrested Kouri Richins for the murder of her husband. She was charged with aggravated murder, attempted murder, fraudulent insurance claims, forgery, the full weight of the criminal justice system coming down on her head. Kouri Richins didn't confess. She didn't take a plea deal. She went to trial. She fought it all the way, which meant prosecutors had to prove every single element of their case in front of a jury, which meant 40 plus witnesses testified over 13 days, which meant everything came out. The affair, the debt, the life insurance policies, the house cleaner selling drugs, the cell phone records, the Valentine's Day poisoning attempt, the searches for lethal doses of fentanyl, all of it. The trial was brutal. The prosecution laid out their case methodically. The defense tried to paint Eric as drug dependent, suggesting he somehow poisoned himself, but the evidence didn't support that narrative. The evidence told a different story. When the jury finally deliberated, they had one choice to make: guilty or not guilty. They didn't even hesitate. Guilty is what they said. Guilty on all counts. Every single count, guilty. March 16th, 2026. The jury returns in a guilty verdict. All counts, all guilty. 2 months later, on May 13th, 2026, the sentencing came down. And there's a detail here that's almost too perfect to be scripted. May 13th was Eric Richins' birthday. He would have turned 44 years old. Instead, the woman who killed him sat in a courtroom on that day and heard a judge sentence her to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The judge was clear. A person convicted of those things is simply too dangerous to ever be free again. Kouri Richins will spend the rest of her life in prison. She will never get out. She will never collect that insurance money. She will never write another children's book. She will never be free again. As for her 3 young sons, they grew up knowing their mother killed their father, and they had to live with that. They grew up with the knowledge that their mother was in prison for murder, that they'd never have a normal family again. And as for the book, Are You With Me? It's still out there. People still buy it. Parents still read it to their children, not knowing the backstory, not knowing that the author is a murderer, not knowing that when they read it to their kids, they're reading the words of someone who poisoned their own husband. And that's the story of Kouri Richins, the author, the widow, the poisoner. The scariest thing about this crime isn't the crime itself, it's how close Kouri Richins came to getting away with it. She poisoned her husband. She got away with it for almost a year. She published a book about grief. She promoted it. She built a public persona as a caring mother and author who understood loss. And the only reason she got caught was because one family refused to accept the easy answer. Thanks for watching Placebic Thoughts. If you want more details on the case, the trial, transcripts, the evidence, the full timeline, the phone records, check the description below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. I cover cases like this all the time, because the truth is, sometimes the worst crimes come wrapped in the most innocent packages. This was Kouri Richins. I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Placebic Thoughts. I hope you all are doing good out there. Remember, case is closed, but kindness doesn't. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. Till we meet again.
Hit the Y button. Hit the Y.